When I tell y'all I'm shook,
I am shook.
I watched this movie called What the Health. It's on Netflix, came out earlier this year around March. My best friend just told me about it like last week. The way she described it to me was like how the food industry is backed by the pharmaceutical industry and how these foods that we eat are made to make us sick. So when she told me that, I was like, what? I wasn't surprised by that. I figured it in the first place. I'm very skeptical of doctors and all medicines, but I decided to still give the movie a try. I feel like I'm a healthy person. Like, I know all this stuff in the first place.
No.
I was so wrong. It's like worse than I could ever imagine. I usually finish movies, series in like a day. This movie took me like almost a week to watch because I was shook. Like, I was feeling overwhelmed by all the information I was getting. I took some notes during the movie. Bacon and processed meats are level 1 or stage 1 carcinogen, which means they're like on the same basis and carcinogenic as cigarettes. And I was like, wait a second, bacon? I used to eat bacon, and what? Bacon is as bad as cigarettes? What? This doesn't make sense. I was like, what? I was dumbfounded. Another thing I found out was that milk isn't good for you. I figured it wasn't. Large majority of the population is lactose intolerant, but I also learned that milk is specifically made for pretty much cows. It's not meant for human consumption. The milk that we drink in this modern day is full of hormones and other stuff to make it what it is, because it goes through a whole process. The milk that you drink is not the milk that comes out of a cow, and it's like natural state or anything. It looks nothing like it, apparently. Another thing I found out was that milk is like a root of a lot of problems. A main one was breast cancer. Susan G. Komen Foundation has like its labeling and sponsorships with Yoplait, which is a yogurt brand. And I was like, wait, what? Excuse me? According to the documentary, these disease-fighting foundations are sponsored by the fast food industry and the meat industry. And I'm just like, what? And I was just taken aback by all of it because I thought I was eating healthy. You know, I cut beef out. I don't drink soda. I barely eat bread. I don't eat a lot of cheese. I already don't eat pork either. But like, just to know like chicken and fish are bad as well, like I was just, my mind was blown. First, the thing about chicken that bothered me was like the process. I never really got into caring about animal cruelty until about a year ago. Like, I can't even go to a zoo without tearing up a little bit. Chicken, they go through a horrible process. As far as fish, the documentary described fish as a mercury soapbox. I read something online today. It was like fish and chicken are the most popular things that we eat, and they are the most abused animals as well. And I was like, oh my God, no. And it makes sense with the fish. Like, our waters are super polluted. Everything has a process, and it gets dumped into the water, cleaned, and then pumped back to us. And it's in our water bottles, it's in our fish, it's in a lot of stuff. It's full cycle. Everything comes full cycle pretty much. And I thought I was eating clean and doing what I needed to do. And you know, maybe I am to someone else's standard, but to my standard, I'm not. And it's inspired me to go ahead and just, I don't want to be a pescatarian anymore. I don't. Fish is expensive anyways, and it's hard to maintain that diet, especially on my budget. So I want to just become a vegetarian, and I'm going to give it a try again. This is my 4th time trying since 2013. The times I've tried, it just failed because the first time I wasn't that committed. I was hungry. My parents weren't supporting that. I tell you I was hungry, I was hungry. And the second time I tried it, like my freshman year in college, and I just lost too much weight that I wasn't comfortable with it. Eating junk food, going to the vegan dining hall, just lost too much weight. I was so skinny. And I tried last summer, and I did it for like 3 months, and then I just quit because I was just like, no, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. My doubts with being a vegetarian have kind of been subsided since my last time, because you can be a vegetarian and eat good. Like, My problem with being previously when I was trying to be a vegetarian was that I wasn't eating healthy. I was eating junk food like French fries and chips and stuff, and I wasn't getting the nutrition I needed, and I just felt like that was just the way vegetarians eat. Like, yeah, you're not eating chicken and fish or beef and pork, but you're eating crap still. But there are ways to combat that. I figured it out. You can get a cookbook, make different recipes and all this and that to make your food taste good. You want to eat good food and make sure that you're like not eating garbage. That movie opened my eyes 100%. I'm kind of doing like a vegetarian vegan diet in a sense. I don't need to have milk, I don't need to have cheese, I don't need to have bread. Like, that stuff is whack to me. It's not even that much a part of my diet now. Eventually I'll become a vegan. I want to live a long, healthy, beautiful life, and I feel like it starts within. I'm a hypochondriac already. If something don't feel right, I'm like, I need to go to the doctor, and I don't want to be like that. Like, I want to feel confident in my body that it's working naturally the way it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna adopt this diet, vegan vegetarian diet in a sense. And I say that I'm not going to be vegan right now because I can't afford it, one. And two, if I go to someone's house and they're serving grilled cheeses among burgers and cheese fries and stuff, I'm going to eat the grilled cheese just so I can have an option to eat. Because me, I'm hungry. I have a big appetite, so I need to eat what I can eat. I don't have time to be discriminating against everything because I can't live like that. This movie really inspired me to try to be vegetarian. I'm gonna start July 1st because I have some chicken that I made a couple of days ago that I need to finish. And then I also need to go grocery shopping. Like, after this, I'm going grocery shopping actually. And you know, it's gonna be different. Like, I'm gonna avoid meat. I did some research on Pinterest to get some food ideas, and I came up with a lot of stuff. Like, there are a lot of different things I could try. I have Wonderlist, and there's a lot of good stuff I'm like planning to buy. I'm really nervous, but I'm also anxious in a good way because, you know, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. I'm not gonna just run to salmon. I'm not gonna run to chicken thighs. I'm gonna get nutritional food, and I'm gonna try and be more health conscious than I was before. Hopefully y'all will join me too in this, in becoming a vegetarian diet. Thank you for watching. I'm going grocery shopping, so comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Imani Black TV. And let me know what you're thinking as well about this vegetarian / vegan diet. And let me know if you watch What the Health as well. That's a good movie. I recommend everyone watch it. So yeah, bye y'all.